Hey, how's it going? Today, you and I are going to be going over 5 things that are essential for your kitchen that you probably don't have. Some you might know about and others you might not, but in any case, you're probably going to want to get them all. So you ready? Let's get into this. We're going to be counting this down in reverse order, starting with the most common stuff that you got a chance that you might have in your kitchen, all the way to the last stuff that you most definitely don't have. The first thing we have is a well-stocked spice rack. Yes, most of us have spices, but usually it's limited to garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a couple of other things. Sometimes when you're doing herbs, you want to go with fresh stuff, but it never hurts to have a really well-stocked dry spice rack. The best part is that it's something really easy to do, and it doesn't take a whole lot of money to do this. You can even build this out over a period of time, just getting a couple of spices at a time. And I'll tell you what, if you're well-stocked and you're doing a new recipe, then it's really great when you already have all the ingredients that you need. To do this, obviously you need your spices, but also you can get these little jars off of Amazon that come with the labels on them and everything else. They do come with an erasable marker also, and some blank ones like these over here, so you can write in stuff that's not already pre-printed like this. And in addition to grabbing the jars, you can get these little plastic inserts that go into your drawers. And these come in sets with something like 20 or 30 of them in there. So if you got an empty drawer, you can convert that into something like this really easy. I'll tell you what, I get a lot of compliments about this, and it's something that gets overlooked really easily. Next up, we have a decent digital scale. Definitely an essential for any kitchen, and my particular scale has 2 distinct separate scales on it. You've got this larger one that's for heavier stuff like this, and then you got the smaller one right here that's a lot more precise and handles a lot lighter things. A good example of that is the herbs we were just looking at. It even comes with this little dish, so you can set that right on there and then weigh what's in there. You can see that this little dish weighs 0.574 ounces. Also, with any decent scale, you should be able to switch between different units and measurements. So we've got our ounces there, we've got pounds and ounces, we've got milliliters, we've got milk milliliters, which are different from water milliliters, and we also have grams. This particular scale has one extra thing in here for the large scale, which would be to take that gram unit and measure that one in kilograms. This is the kind of thing that you always wish you had whenever you're making something, but then whenever you're done, you forget that you need it. The best part is, these things are pretty cheap. Next, we have steak weights. You'd be surprised how few people actually have these in their kitchen. If you go to a commercial kitchen, they're all over the place, but if you have a home kitchen, they're almost never there. If you ever tried to pan sear a big thick piece of steak, then you know that getting the center of it cooked the way you want without annihilating the outside can be pretty tough. With a weight like this on it, you can really speed up the process. Normally you just get one big block of a weight, and if you need other ones, you just gotta buy more. But in this case, if I can get this silicone handle off of here, this is actually 3 separate weights. You can see that one of these weighs 1.5 pounds or 680 grams, and my set comes with 3. So you just figure out how much weight you need on there, either it be 1.5, 3, or 4.5 pounds. And then you have the option of having 3 really light weights or 1 really big heavy weight. Mine are stainless steel, so they're really easy to keep clean, but you can also get these in cast iron. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bells so you never miss a thing. Next, if you have stainless steel pans, then you have to have Barkeeper's Friend. Nothing cleans stainless steel pans as good as this stuff does. This also works really well on porcelain, ceramic, and copper, but I personally only buy this for my pans. If you cook on stainless steel, then you know that it's very, very difficult to get your pans clean and lustery like they were when you first bought them. You can get them clean, but they end up with stains, and the polished parts of the stainless steel just never have that same vibrance they had before. This stuff will get it right back to how it looked when you first bought it, and it'll help in the fact that it's not going to take a whole lot of scrubbing to do it. Just remember to use gloves if you're using this, because it can be really hard on your hands. You'd be surprised how many people don't know to use this on their stainless cookware. Next, we have a wireless meat thermometer. This is something that really needs to be in every single kitchen. The way this particular one works is you've got your meat thermometers right here that have multiple sensors. In fact, this one has 5 different sensors along the shaft here, and then there's one over here in the back that measures ambient temperature. Basically, this thing goes in your meat, and this guy over here will tell you what the ambient temperature is and what the thermometer is picking up inside the meat. You can set what internal temperature you want to be notified at. For instance, if you want a medium steak, you're going to want the internal to be about 140 degrees. So if you set that up in here, then this thing will keep track of all the information and give you an estimated time remaining. Very, very cool. Definitely something you need. And along that same idea, it's good to at least have one instant read digital thermometer also. These come in super handy for just getting quick temperature readings and for checking soups and things like that. These things only cost a few bucks, so if anything, you need to at least have one of these. If you don't have something like this now, then you really need to consider getting one because it's going to simplify the way you cook. All right, if you've been keeping track, then that's already been 5, but we have one extra bonus for you, and this is something that I've never seen anybody have in their kitchen, and it's the most important thing. And that is a kitchen fire extinguisher. No one that I've ever met has one of these. Something like 80 or 90% of all mishaps that happen in your house happen in the kitchen. What? Pretty good percentage of the time is people getting cut on knives, but burns and fires are way up there, and something like this is supremely important because if a fire gets out of control in your kitchen, it can burn your entire house down. Now, these aren't just regular fire extinguishers. This is a specific fire extinguisher for residential kitchens. That is really important because this particular kind of fire extinguisher is specifically designed to handle kitchen type fires like grease fires and things like that. Most people don't realize that different fire extinguishers are designed for different types of fires. Also, you should read through the instructions here a couple of times to make sure that you know how to operate this, because you don't want to learn how to operate this while you have an active fire going on right in front of your face. And these things are something like 25 or 30 bucks. So you really don't have an excuse. There's a whole lot of other things that you could consider essential for your kitchen that I don't have in this video. I just picked a few of the ones that I see people missing over and over again. If you know of something that's really uncommon that should be on this list, let me know down in the comments and share it with the community. If you'd like a little bit more information about any of the products that I shared in this video, I do have Amazon affiliate links for them down in the description of the video. If you buy any things through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. Hey, Joe's Phenomenal now has channel memberships. For most people, you can see a join button down below the video window that you can click and see what type of perks I'm offering. If you're using an iOS device, you might not be able to see it, and if that's the case, I do have a link down in the description of the video as well. If you got some good information from this video, and I hope you did, then I think you'll really like this playlist right here that has all of my tips, tricks, and how-tos. If you go in there, I bet you're going to find even more information that you can use. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. Until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.